This video is in the Russian starter pack for War Thunder, featuring the T126 and the I-153-62. Hope you guys enjoy this short intro. There's a little stick up there. You can just sit facing the enemy. There you go, there's that APHE at work there. Got an assist on that one. This guy has got a heat shell, get rid of him. We don't want this thing shooting us, so he's going first. That's the Marder, or Panzerjäger. It's 100% correct. Driver loader, we'll get his gunner with the next one. So generally you're shooting centre mass with this thing. Hello Stug. You face me. That shot you want on that Stug is just that little right hand side thing. But that's the driver hatch. And the crew are kind of like the human centipede. Well, actually, we might get a double here if these guys are close enough. And they definitely are. There we go. We got one, killed him, and then we crit the other one. Do as much damage to them as we can. Just stay as active as we can. Scouring the area for things we can kill, like this guy. There we go. I think this is a DO 17, which does have offensive armament, so we need to be a little bit careful. I'd rather he didn't drop bombs on our teammates though. We'll try and hit him as much as we can, even ram him if we have to. We need as much ground units as we can keep on the ground. There he goes. Okay, there's one gone. Here we go. There goes another one. I think we've lost. Didn't go through. That did. And that's going to cost him good. Right, I think it's time to flank him while he's repairing that. Hopefully it goes better than my last flank. Something's on beat. Unfortunately, if Angie had come this way, we may have made it, but no, there we go. 12 kills though, I can't complain. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be doing a review of the Russian starter pack in War Thunder. And what spurred this on is I was playing with a group of friends who picked USA, and we kept on coming up against this and the T50. Not only that, this thing is coupled up with this bad boy at only $5 on the Gaijin store. And for a new player facing this thing, it's an absolute nightmare. The front armour plate is 55mm thick at 45 degrees, giving this thing insane protection. And for any new player that keeps facing this thing and doesn't know how to deal with it, the only real shot you've got is on the right hand side turret cheek. That way you'll at least disable the gunner so you can start picking off other components in this thing. But the problem is, if you can't hit the breach, eventually this gunner is going to be replaced, and it's probably going to one-shot you. So of course, survivability is high in this vehicle, but what is its gun? This 45mm cannon is more than good enough. At a 30-degree angle at 500 meters, you're still going through 52mm of armor, and despite its size, it still has 30 kilograms worth of TNT equivalent, which means when you get a side shot or a decent flat shot on enemy armor, you're probably going to take it out in one hit. And if you miss, don't worry. This thing on an expert crew will reload in 3.1 seconds, meaning that multiple repeat shots or fighting multiple enemies is pretty easy to do. And let's hit on more positives of this thing. It's very mobile, easy to drive, it goes forwards very quickly, it goes backwards very quickly, it turns on a dime, it has 8 degrees of gun depression, so what's it bad at? Well, nothing much really. Turret traverse is much to be desired at 7.5 degrees a second. However, you should be playing this thing by angling your armor towards the enemy, so your turret should always be facing forward anyway. And if you're up tiered up to 3.7, you will be having some serious difficulties with M4 Shermans and even heavier armor coming from Germany. But don't worry, the Russians had an app for that. Ideally, you should be loading 10 to 12 rounds of this BR240P. This is an APCR round, and any flat spot armor that you can hit with this thing, it will definitely go through. Of course, it won't do as much damage, but if you can take out a breach or a gunner, then drive up the side of the vehicle and take it out with your APHE shell, that's kind of the ideal scenario. And now, moving on to the aircraft. This is the I-153 M62. In my opinion, one of the best cast planes in War Thunder for its battle rating. It's fast, it has retractable gear, you get some rockets, even some bombs, and the Skaz machine guns aren't that great, but you've got 4 of them and a crap ton of ammo. And of course, it's a biplane, so nothing really is going to outturn you at this battle rating or even outspeed you. This thing is such a good plane to learn War Thunder in, and I highly recommend it. Now let's talk about this thing's rockets. This is the RBS-82. When you're coming top down, these things basically work like APHE, so it's like firing a tank shell down into the vehicle. And more than likely, whenever you hit something top down, it's going to kill it in one shot. And don't worry, in this video you'll get a visual reference on how to aim these, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I cannot express how good this combination of vehicle is for War Thunder whenever you're starting out. And there's a comprehensive lineup at 2.7 as well. Now this is just my lineup suggestion, but we've got the I-153 M62 here, our T-126, the T-50, which is basically a less armoured version of the T-126. The 122 is also a nice big yeet cannon, heavy armour, and can deal with any target that's thrown at it. And you've got the ZIS-30 as well for dealing with the heavy armour. So expect to see a lot of these in the battlefield because of the sale going on, but just remember, that right hand side turret cheek is all you really have. Alright, let's hop into a game. Right, this is a kind of nightmare map battle. Quite a small game, we're only facing Germany. This guy's going straight to the centre. I could be doing with some moral support over this side. Let's see what we got here. This M5 may be coming with us, which is good news. What's generally going to happen on this map is the spawn points are so close to each other. Things like Puma's experienced players are going to rush there and just shoot everyone who spots in. So if I can control this crossroad, really tiny game. Had something on my right fire. So that's where we're going. Very bad angle on that guy. That is gonna sting. That is interesting. Okay. That guy had a hard time. Right, we're off to the bulk of this fight, which seems to be going over on B. I'll put him over here. There's a stud G there as well. Sounds like somebody's up on this rock. Probably gonna try and snipe. Should be a nice side turret shot. That'll get rid of his breach, and he has turned a little bit too much. That didn't go through. Right, okay. I must have hit something. An additional piece of armour. Oh. I definitely want rid of this guy. I don't like those things. There's a Stoot. This guy is going to be a nightmare to kill. I'm just going to wait till he makes a mistake. Sometimes you're better off not shooting. Now there's a Panzerjäger here as well. There he is. I saw him kill a teammate earlier. That commander is actually his gunner. He's gone. Still got this Panzer 3J, I think it was. There we go. For anyone wondering how I know what's here and what's there without even seeing them, no, I'm not using an aimbot or wall hag. It's just that I pay attention to the kill feed. And when you pay attention to the kill feed, you learn a lot of information about what's going on in the battle round about you. And it's a hard thing to take into account because you're paying attention to what you're shooting at and stuff as well. But it's definitely a worthwhile thing to get used to. So for instance, I know there's somebody camping our spawn on the west side. This bomber just tried to bomb somebody but didn't hit him, but at least I know there's somebody here now, which is exactly where we're going to drive to. I just lost my gunner. We're going to have to take multiple shots here from both sides. Oh, I'm in trouble. We bounced quite a few though. Another Stug. There goes my engine. We'll get rid of that guy. There's quite a few people here actually. Okay, the guy shooting me from behind is the biggest problem. I think we should get all three of these in front of me. Oh, there goes my gunner again, and my breach is out. Right, my only hope here is I got a teammate that comes over. Yeah, I got surrounded pretty quick. I'm surprised I managed to get 2 out of 3 of those guys, to be honest. And then crit the Stug as well. There you go. So that Yak Oh, no, I see what's happened. The names are too big. It looked like he killed himself twice, but that's not the case. Right, don't have very many people left on the ground. Our team made poor choices and drove right into the middle straight away. That's just to be expected at this BR, especially with new starter packs that are out. You should always do a sweep of the map, or find a good spot on the map and just wait there. Don't overextend, take your time. And that way you'll learn information that's going on in the battlefield, just using the kill feed in your minimap. Try and take note of your player names on your team, as well as the enemies. And retain that information so you know if a particular person has been taken out on the battlefield, you know where to go to find said person. Or if that guy dies, you know that you're in the clear. This guy I think needs help, honestly. Right, there we go, he's off. Let's go have a look over this side. We do have an SPAA down here, which is not ideal. So I'm going to try and fly over him, so he needs to keep turning his gun and keep vertical, which is actually a really difficult thing to do. And I'm going to roll over on him. And hopefully we'll get his gun up before he can react. There we go. Never fly straight down towards an SPAA if you can avoid it. Make it difficult for them to get a good clean shot on you. This M3 is fighting this guy. Good, he's dead. And we're going to go for you. I think this is the dude who killed me, actually. Okay, I hit his fuel tank, but nothing much happened. We got a plane coming in. Our M3 is getting flanked. Let's see if we can get some machine gun fire on this guy. SU-76 has got him, so I don't need to mark him anymore. We're going to try and dodge this plane. Run this way, and up we go. And he made a mistake. Continues turning. Fill him full of holes. He's trying to pick off some damage so that he can't keep going fast. Looks like he's going to die anyway. There he goes. Done. Right. What's next? Don't take head-ons with planes if you need to survive. I know a lot of players will just be like, hold left mouse button, try and keep tracking the plane that's in front of them, but you're probably going to die as well, and you want to try and preserve your vehicles as much as you can. I hit the same spot on the same guy. Oh, we got an assist on him, so that's worth it. And still lots of enemies left. We got an open top SPAA here. Yeah, we're not going to be flying towards him. Let's make his life difficult. He's trying to track me. So I want to get above him. Hopefully he doesn't hit me. He's going to swing his gun around, because now I'm on the opposite side. And I'm going to fly back around to the side that he was aiming at before. And he got my wing. Oh, unfortunately. But anyway, we made his life difficult. We managed to kill him without too much issue, but he got us. I think it was directly above him and actually made it easier for him. But there you go. Okay, backup time. Let's go. Head off to this left-hand side. Since I know that there's not any vehicles over here. We just killed that truck, so he's not going to be coming back. We got 2 teammates that are on the cap, so let's go support them. 3 enemies left. I can hear one firing, so we know where one is on the map. He's roughly in D3. Our team's now retaliating. Oh, there we go. We got a marker. That guy's dead too. I've got noise to my left. This is a very dangerous gun. Murder. Got his gunner though. Let's go center mass. And one more crew member. Okay. Now the last guy, the third guy, just killed somebody on the A-cap. And it's a Sturmpanzer, which I'm not too worried about. Case-made tank destroyer with no armour. Well, it's actually a self-prepared artillery, and he's very close to me on this hill. His reload is like 20 seconds or so, so I've got a little bit of time to creep up on him. He might be in these trees. And I'm currently being baited. I don't see him here. marked on the map. Oh, there spawns the village. Okay, now we know where he is. I don't want to take this guy on head on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark him here. I'm going to drop artillery and I'm just going to back up. Open top, no armour. That's going to cause him problems. And we've already hit him. Stuck on this hill. I don't want to get flanked from the left either. Oh, hello. Something hit me and I don't know what it was. This guy. Okay, driver's out on him. More worried about you though. The other Stimpanzer's coming. And I think he just fired. Or did he? Okay, I don't know how I survived that. But we did. Oh, that was a Stug, not a Stimpanzer. Okay, we got those 3 guys. Is that another one here? Yeah. No, that's just a car. Okay, 2 guys. Want to back up away from the spawn. We survived numerous hits from things we probably shouldn't have. Okay, I'm trying to help you out here, but... okay. We got a plane up here too. There goes a Panzerjäger and there goes our plane. 2 guys took another shot. Let's see where I get shot from though. Lander, gunner and loader. Let's see if we can get his driver. There he goes, okay. Now I got his support. 1 more. He's 3 and 3, so he's got 1 more vehicle left. It's going to be a mystery where he comes from. Oh, it's a anti-aircraft gun. And there we go. That should end it. Hopefully. I think we're definitely done here. Yeah, they've all left now. Okay. Well, definitely a very small game. I think I killed every single person in the enemy team at least once. So, yeah. And, I mean, it was a mixture of, you know, experience, but mainly the vehicle. This thing's really difficult to deal with. So, if you're new to War Thunder, or you haven't touched the Russian tech tree yet, this is a definitely good way to get yourself involved. I have to say this thing is borderline OP, but if it goes to 3.0, whenever it faces 4.0 vehicles, it's going to be next to useless. However, it is a light tank, so you can scout, and you're pretty fast too, so you can get up the side of enemy vehicles and dispatch them that way. And the I-153 does really well up to 4.0 and even above. This thing will outturn pretty much anything in the game other than lighter biplanes, and it's fast enough in a dive to keep up with pretty much everything, all the way up to 4.7. You are kind of limited on armament, and of course the guns don't pen things very often top down, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't be in your lineup at all. This thing will deal with enemy casts, shoot down other aircraft, bleed out the enemy's tickets, and you can hopefully win games that way. Now unfortunately I do not have an affiliate link for War Thunder, but if you wouldn't mind using Mr. Fly Dailies, I will put that in the link in the description below if you fancy picking this thing up. It is $5 on sale right now, but eventually it will go back up to 10, and even then, it's still pretty worth it. So a massive thanks to everyone who's watched this video thus far. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to me if you haven't already. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and a little comment. Don't be scared to ask me questions. I try and answer everyone. And to everyone over on Patreon supporting me there, a massive thank you to you guys too. I am currently logged out of my account, so I can't thank you all individually, but let me just tell you, I seriously appreciate it. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Much love, and bye-bye.